Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea Tranquility. I'm your host, Pete Pardo, publisher and CEO of SOT. Today we got a real quick show. Got two very notable releases. Kind of minor, but notable in a way that I want to make sure you guys are aware of. The first one is from a sort of minor Italian progressive rock band who first surfaced in the mid-1970s, all right? They released their debut album in 1976 called Principe de un Giorno, okay? And then they promptly, broke up about a year later. And we've seen a couple of releases from them over the years, but they've more been like archival releases. But the band actually got back together in 2016, and they just released their brand new album on, I believe it's Mellow Records, right? Mellow Records. It's titled Il Risveglio del Principe from Celeste. So some of you might be thinking, Celeste? Don't know if I've heard of them. I thought he was going to mention something by PFM or Banco or any of the other more well-known Italian progressive rock bands. But no, actually Celeste, if you go back and listen to that debut album, it's a wonderful release of more pastoral, lush, acoustic, folky-based prog, but with lots of the, well-known analog keyboards of the time, as well as flutes and violins and things like that. A really gorgeous album. So fast forward all these years later, so we're like 40 plus years later, right? And here they are again. So they've got pretty much a new lineup here. So I'm going to actually read to you the lineup today. So we've got one of the founding members of the band still with them. That's Ciro Perrino. Hope I'm saying his name right. I'm Italian, actually, but I don't speak it, so I'm going to try and say it as best as I can. So he's the founder. He's kind of put together a new lineup. He plays Mellotron and Solina, ARP 2600, Odyssey, Mini Moog piano, vocals, percussion, glockenspiel, eminent, all sorts of stuff, right? He's the main composer. Also in the band, Mauro Vero, acoustic and electric guitars. Massimo Del Pra, piano, Rhodes, harpsichord. Marco Mora, flute, recorders, tenor saxophone. Andrea Di Martini, alto and tenor saxophone. Sergio Caputo, violin. Mariano Dapor, cello, backing vocals. Francesco Bertone, electric bass. Enzo Cioffi on drums, Marcio Marosa on percussion and backing vocals. We've got some guest stars here. Who we got on vocals? Elisa Montaldo. On Hammond organ, we've got Alfio Costa. On rain stick, not quite sure what that is, Claudia Enrico. And additional narration and gong, we got Ciro Perrino Jr., all right? So obviously his son. So what can you expect with this album? Well, we've got 8 tracks. Most fall in the 6 to 8 minute range. Okay, so they're fairly lengthy. Really gorgeous symphonic progressive rock. If you're looking for like some rockin', bombastic stuff, you're not going to get that here. This is more of the kind of, like I said before, the lush, pastoral, more folky style of prog rock. Great Italian vocals, so melodic and wonderful to listen to. Acoustic guitars, occasional electric guitars, but the electric guitars are more jazzy, right? So you got flute and sax and cello and violin. Loads of Mellotron. Loads of Mellotron. In fact, some of the Mellotron passages remind me of that real dramatic, ominous sound that King Crimson got on The Court of the Crimson King, The Wake of Poseidon, Lizard, Islands, that very early King Crimson, maybe a little bit of Lark's Tongues and Aspect, that real swells of Mellotron. Gorgeous yet haunting. Okay, the occasional mini Moog, Hammond organ, lots of piano. Flutes are all over the place. Love the flutes on here. It's just a really warm, inviting, beautiful album that, again, goes back to a point that I brought up on a recent question and answer show. Not all progressive rock needs to be fast and furious and complex, right? Progressive rock can be atmospheric and beautiful and gorgeous and melodic, using all those same instruments. Again, it's not commercial stuff, but it's soothing and it just kind of picks you up and sweeps you away. That's what you get with this album. Just a really, really wonderful album and a great surprise from a band that, for those of you who were familiar with them back in the 70s, It's going to be a really nice surprise. Let me see if I can get you some. Yeah, so here's the guys here. All right. Really good stuff. I had this album for like about a month. I've been so busy, as you all know, and I'm a little bit behind on reviewing like physical product that they've sent in to the website for review. And when I finally got around to listening to this, that doesn't remind you of vintage Genesis. I don't know what else. When I finally got around to listening to it, I was like, holy crap, because it's the perfect sequel to their first studio album all those years ago. It's as if all those years in between never happened, which is kind of crazy, right? So a really, really wonderful album that I recommend to any and all of you. And what I want to do is I actually want to read an email that I got from Ciro himself. So Ciro sends me, I basically sent him the link, so there's a full review on the website, and he sent me a email thanking me for the review, but he had some commentary he wanted me to share with everybody. He said, all the work of 3 years has been rewarded by your words. They've been working on this album for 3 years. Thank you. The next autumn, 2020, there will be the third official chapter of Celeste. I hope that our American friends can discover the last work by Celeste, meaning this one, thanks to your words. The CD and the vinyl can be purchased by writing to me directly, which I will send with an autograph to all those who request it. Write to, and I'm going to give you his email address. It's Ciro Perrino, so it's CIROPERRINO 1950, that's 1950 at gmail.com. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop his note in the comments or in the description of the video here so that you all can reach out to him directly and order a copy of this CD. You won't regret it. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Words cannot describe how gorgeous this album is. You're going to want to play it over and over and over again. And again, if you like more atmospheric kind of a pastoral type of progressive rock, man, you can't go wrong with this. Cannot go wrong. It's jazzy, it's folky, it's really wonderful stuff. So there's that, right? Second album we want to talk about today, we're going to totally shift gears. We're going to go over to Great Britain for a legendary blues rock band that's been around for 50 plus years. I'm talking about Savoy Brown, their latest album, City Night. Kim Simmons and company. He's got the same rhythm team on bass and drums that he's had for a long time now, well over a decade. And another great example of just classic blues rock, kind of modern, but yet firmly rooted in the past. So we've got 12 tracks here, biting Kim Simmons guitar solos. I believe he mostly plays his Les Paul on this particular album. Great riffs, raunchy, bluesy riffs, stinging leads all over the place. Really, really tasty guitar soloing on here. Kim sings the vocals. Sounds good. If you remember my review of their last album a couple of years back, he kind of has like this Mark Knopfler from Dire Straits type of vocal style, kind of laid back, right? But the music is pretty upbeat. There's some like kind of, sizzling slide work. There's some tunes that kind of might remind you a little bit of classic Rory Gallagher. A lot of it, though, is just really good, raunchy blues rock, some kind of Robin Trower styles here and there. But if you've been following the music of Savoy Brown all these years and you're well familiar with the guitar style of Kim Simmons, who's an original on his own and should be looked at as a legend, just like all those other guys I mentioned, you're going to get a wealth of guitar playing on this. Really good, really good, really good. If you love classic sounding blues rock played by a veteran of the scene, a legend of the scene, can't go wrong with this. City Night by Savoy Brown. Again, you can find reviews of both of these CDs on www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're on the mighty YouTube. Don't touch that dial. We've got a brand new show coming up. Again, I keep coming up with more brand new shows. But I think you guys are going to like this one. This one was actually inspired by some of the polls that I've been doing on the Facebook page. So more to come. I'm not going to give away too much. You need to come back and check it out. It's coming your way momentarily. We'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye-bye.